dedicated to the proposition that
we don't want to bleed our history podcast into our RSL podcast. So
not anymore. Nope.
Let's get back to the RSL Random Fan podcast, and we'll leave the Random History We Make Up podcast to another day.
We might have stole somebody's name right there. We don't even know.
Oh, well, sue us. We need the
exposure.
We'll take There's no such thing as
the publicity.
Bad publicity. So, we want to talk about the game? Oh, wait, there wasn't a game. So we just thought we'd get together and chat about the team for a little bit.
What?
Since we need something to do.
What?
Right?
Yep.
No.
Now we're going to chit-chat.
More than that. We got so much good stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
You're going to be drowned.
So I had a question to start off.
Oh.
And I thought...
How much is too much soda? You know, let's draw the line here.
85 ounces.
85 ounces in a day?
And again, different soda is created differently. So like your Mountain Dew Zeros are towards the top of the caffeinated soda-only spectrum. After that, they become an energy drink for some reason.
And the worst tasting of all sodas.
The Dews?
Yeah.
You don't like all the Mountain Dew flavors?
No, I am not a Mountain Dew.
What about Berry Transit and Melon Aftertaste and
Baja Blast?
Yeah, that one too.
I am
There's like 40 of them.
I'm a traditionalist.
Oh, okay.
And
you don't like new stuff.
It's mostly Coca-Cola. Original, classic Coke. Although I go back and forth. If you go to the thing and the Coke is out, Pepsi. Not a Dr. Pepper.
Well, as long as you don't like Diet Coke, I think you can be my friend.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Diet Coke.
Yeah, I'm calling Diet Coke the worst drink of all time. I don't know how it's still a drink and so many people drink it.
It's not good for you.
Nothing's good for you.
Well,
Everything gives you
the
cancer.
soda's not good for you. Like, come on, man.
Well, Diet Coke is really, really, really bad. Diet soda is really, really bad for you.
What's worse, a whole bunch of sugar or a whole bunch of saccharin?
Well, when I don't have time to get my soda, I just have 4 spoons of sugar.
It helps the medicine go down, right?
Yeah.
Most delightful way.
But there is one soda pop that is, I think, the cream of the crop.
What's that one?
Cream soda?
No.
Oh, that's what my son likes.
No. Although root beer, you have to...
It's an acquired taste.
It is kind of. A lot of them have a little bite aftertaste.
Yeah.
There's not very many smooth...
I'm just giving up on that. Sorry.
Not very many smooth root beers. But the top of the heap when it comes to sodas, Lime Coke.
Goodness, get out of here.
Lime Coke?
Yeah, Lime Coke in the machine, the red machine.
Huh.
Lime Coke is like the best. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Wendy's, for having that.
I like the freestyle. I get the citrus twist with mellow yellow zero. It's the most obnoxious flavor, and it's bright green. It's like Surge, I guess. You know, if we're going back to old school. Anyway, we should probably talk about soccer since we're a soccer podcast.
Yeah, a soccer soda. What's the best soccer soda?
That would be Body Armor, because it's not soda. And the team is sponsored by Body Armor.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess.
You know all those guys with 6-packs and can run forever?
Those guys?
Those guys, yeah, they don't drink soda. It's crazy, right?
Like
all those guys
podcasters that
are fit, can see their grandchildren
that's
later in life. They don't drink 64 ounces on a slow day. Jeez,
hey, that's
man.
just me. Don't group Brandt in with that.
Yeah.
When it comes to soda pop, Tyler sounds like a lightweight.
Yeah, I can handle 600 or so milliliters of caffeine.
I might be
milligrams. What do they measure that stuff in? Whatever.
I don't know, but I can drink a Coke right before bed and it does nothing.
Yeah,
I just go right to sleep.
It's because it's got like a trace amount of caffeine. Like there's hardly anything in there.
Yeah, it's the ginseng that really does it in the Pepsi Max / Pepsi Zero, so they could fall in line with Coke Zero. Whatever. Pepsi, quit switching to Coke's names. Anyway,
and there's also like the Sierra Mist. Did you ever see that story about the Pepsi has Sierra Mist and then they let their domain go?
Oh, is that what happened? Is that why they changed the name?
Yeah, because there was a young lady whose name is Sierra Mist. That was her tag, like on Instagram. And
her fans only site was named Sierra Mist.
No, but she bought up the domain when it was.
Wow.
And then they went back and forth with her, and I saw on Instagram or TikTok, she says, well, I guess I blew that because I think they're staying with the Starry instead of,
What happened to Slice, man? Remember that? Slice back in the day?
Slice.
Apple Slice, dude. That was good stuff.
Really?
If anybody remembers Apple Slice, back me up on that one. That was good stuff.
I'm not an Apple fan, but I remember Slice. Although there is a better one than Coke or Pepsi since we're on this.
Oh, boy.
And that is
RC Cola, bro.
RC Cola.
Yeah, buddy. RC Cola's the best.
It is the very best.
So thick, bro. It's thick.
Yeah, fist bump if you're over 50. Did they bring that back?
They still have it at Reams. If you go to
At
Reams.
Reams?
Yeah, dude.
It's still
All the Reams. I checked another Reams over in West
I
Jordan.
can't believe there's still a Reams in business.
Right.
Well, you can find it at Smith's too. Just depends.
Oh, okay. Which Smith?
They just don't have a lot of space. They don't pay for the space.
Yeah.
So anyway, what were we talking about?
Soccer. Real Salt Lake. You know, at this point in the season, we're doing pretty good. We've constructed a roster of some fine young men to get us through the season. What were you going to talk about, Brennan?
We were talking about soda, and now we're talking about
Arizona.
Oh, yeah. This is 10% juice.
Yeah.
This is the Herbal Tonic RX Energy.
Yeah, is that good stuff?
They raised the price on Arizona's. Did you know that?
Where?
$1.29.
No, it's $1.69 at the gas station right now.
Oh,
but look, it still says... Oh, it
99
doesn't.
cents
It doesn't
on the
say 99 cents on there anymore.
Oh.
There's
Did
a
they
thing
take
I
it
saw
out?
on Instagram. It was the CEO. They were interviewing the CEO.
Yeah, he did a
Yeah, and he's
commercial
like,
with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and he's like, we're always going to keep it at 99 cents because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's their suggested retail.
Yeah, there used
price.
to be like a little thing that said 99 cents there.
Uh-huh.
Now it's gone. So I guess he got fired or the world changed.
Something. He said he was the owner. Anyway, I think it was a Mint Mobile commercial, but we're giving away way too many spots on our...
I know. We need to
I
stop
know,
doing
way
that.
too much free...
So, I got a story
advertising.
for you. We'll
Okay.
get to the RSL.
For us or for them?
For everyone.
Oh, okay, great.
So, my wife goes to these events and she sells her yarn that she dyes, and they're a lot of fun, and we are there with a whole bunch of other crafty ladies.
Yarners? Is that what they
Yarn.
call each other?
Well, they're fiber arts.
Fiber?
Fiber
Arts.
arts.
Oh, so like made out of fiber.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why they call
gotcha.
it fiber arts.
I thought you said
So-
fiber, like...
Anyway, there's this lady she works with,
Okay.
and hang on a sec. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just was gonna do some adjustments.
Well, check the knobs. Are we all equal on the knobs?
Let me do some adjustments. Okay, I'm good.
I don't know. We'll edit that out. Anyway,
Are we going? Yeah. We're 8 minutes in. 8:05.
8:05. We're right on track. So anyway,
Killing
my
it.
wife is friends with this lady. I can't remember her name, but she goes by Birdie Parker. She makes jewelry.
Okay.
Like she makes silver jewelry, and she makes all this stuff.
Okay.
And we've talked to her on several events. And when I'm at the events, you know, I'm repping RSL, I'm repping Crawley Town.
Okay.
I'm wearing some soccer gear, especially when
Right.
we go to Seattle
Yeah.
and for these events. And
Because you want to kind of throw it in their face that we're better than them.
absolutely.
Gotcha.
And so we're talking, and we've met her, and she's seen me wandering around.
Yeah.
Come to find out, so Alicia, I was talking to my wife Alicia last night. She was looking on Instagram, and she goes, "Oh, Birdie." That's not her real name. I can't remember her real name, but she goes by Birdie Parker. That's her company name. Her husband won an Emmy last night.
An Emmy?
Yeah,
An Emmy.
an Emmy.
Not an ESPY.
No,
An Emmy.
an Emmy last night he won an Emmy for sound design on Welcome to Wrexham.
What? Are you kidding? You
I'm not
worked on
kidding.
Welcome to Wrexham and you didn't even, she didn't even oh, is that a soccer jersey? You
Yeah,
play
it's like-
football?
I was telling my wife, I was like, how many times have I wandered around?
Mhm.
We talked about soccer. I wear the hat. I mean, and never came up.
Well, that's
Never
because
came up
you're wearing
at
a Crawley hat.
Wow.
Yeah, but it never came up. Just soccer. You think, oh, what does your husband do? Oh, my husband's into soccer. He works on this show. And of course, my wife was like, oh, I wonder if
What?
she knows Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So,
Of course she does.
so I'm sure she listens to this podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure she listens.
The way she has let both of us down, I don't know if we can recover.
Yeah, that's. What's the most devastating soccer thing you've had this year?
The
most devastating letdown of the season.
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Eric Ten Hag being rehired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty devastating.
Man U.
Yeah, well, just Man U in general.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to follow.
At least they're not Everton, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's getting really sad. People are leaving on transfers and going, I'm so glad I'm out of there. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's tough because, like, especially when you get injured, Odegaard, it's got to suck, right?
And they've got that massive stadium they're building for the championship.
Well, we're gonna make our own league and just kick everybody else out. That's kind of the
Wasn't that a great idea? Wasn't that a great idea? I wish they would have kept that.
The fans were so on board with it too.
Yeah, they're like, let's create a super league. Let's go.
Let's just do that.
All right. So other than finding out someone works on that Wrexham show and probably is good friends with Deadpool, but I did have a question for you guys. What is the surprise of the season so far for you? It could be anything on the field, off the field. What is the surprise for you?
For me, Emeka Eneli. I thought he was good. I thought he was solid, and he's turning out to be great.
Best signing we've ever had out of a draft.
Wow.
I would put that up there.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty obvious from the get-go that Lawfulson was going to take a back seat to him. I remember the first game he played in, Brendan, you were like, dude's got some game. Did you see how he'd take different hits? And, like, he played against St. Louis at home, and I think we lost by 4. But
didn't we interview him after that game?
Yeah, but he did so well, right? And you were like, this kid's... He's got something. Mm-hmm. So good call on that. And
thank you.
I think that's the pleasant surprise of the season. And in MLS, that position means so much. And it's a double pivot now. It used to just be Kyle. But now it's double. And between Eneli and Ojeda, it's just, wow. That partnership and the rise of Eneli, to me, is the surprise of the season.
What about you, Brandon?
I think the surprise for me was Pablo Ruiz. I expected him to come back, and then he gets hurt like right at the beginning, right? Wasn't that the beginning of the season? Pablo Ruiz?
Don't undo what you just did. It's too loud in my ear, bro.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Line it up with the arrow. Oh, dude. Am I going to have to be technical difficulties? No. Can you tilt it towards me so I can look at it? Sorry, guys. My father touched the pin pad here.
You turned it up so loud I couldn't. Like,
eardrums
are bursting. Is that me? Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so this is you right there.
That's me. Is that me? Okay.
Yeah, your headphones are
down. Turn them way down, dude. Your headphones are down.
No wonder you're like, stop the recording.
It's so loud. All of a sudden, my eardrum burst.
Okay.
Which one's mine?
No more touchy.
Wait, which one's mine?
I don't know.
1, 2. Which one are you?
I think you're 1,
I'm
2,
1?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably.
There we go.
Okay, we're back to.
We're back
to the podcast.
All right.
So what's your?
My surprise. It's not Pablo Ruiz because I guess that was before the season. Honestly, the fact that Real Salt Lake's owners decided to be owners, because in the past Utah owners really just wanted to own it. They didn't want to build it.
They develop real estate around it.
Yeah, they don't. They just want to say they want the suite. But yeah, the fact that we are turning into a serious team that is willing to spend over $1 million more than once is just crazy to me. Do you know what I mean? What are you giggling at, huh?
Thanks for taking my surprise.
Wait, that was your surprise?
Oh, was that your surprise?
Yeah, because I've got this up and you were... Because I was Picoing, though.
What do you...
The story. Andy Larson had a great story, and this is what I was...
In the Trib?
In the Tribune about Real Salt Lake. He talks about exactly what Brennan... So we're on the same...
Oh, we're on the same wavelength. I wasn't even
related.
reading that. Are you kidding me? Words on that, I'm not going to read. If it was pictures, I'd be interested. But I'm not going to sit there and read something.
Is that also part of your surprise is that they now put Instagram on the front page of RSL.com instead of X.
I never pay attention to X, so, and I also hardly ever go on the website.
Oh, well,
X.
there it is now.
I
Instagram.
feel so like,
Vindicated.
what's the word? Little House on the Prairie right now.
Really?
Like, I feel like I'm not a part of all the technology that you guys are. And it's so weird because I'm the younger generation. And because you guys are talking about X, and I was like, what's X? And I was like, oh, wait, that's Twitter. Okay, we're not talking that anymore. And then you're talking about stuff that's on the website. I was like, dude, I'm
I heard
hardly
about
ever on that.
websites.
Yeah. man.
Those are things your phone sends you to?
I was on my
terrible.
MySpace
I was on
the
my.
other day on my
I
consumer
gotta-
mobile cricket.
Yeah, I pulled up.
Let me whip out my
Netscape.
sidekick.
Only
I
push
flipped
one
up
button.
my X mission to pull
And
in
I've
my
got my-
Net Zero account.
I got my life alert just in case. But
Remember those commercials?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh no!
So anyway, I think you're on the. That's what I was thinking about. The biggest surprise is RSL turning into a soccer club, a worldwide soccer club,
A football club.
a worldwide football club, and
I still say soccer.
Andy Larson. It's a great article in the Tribune a couple weeks ago. I think it was August 23rd. Is that right? Anyway, look it up.
Don't ask questions you don't know the answer to,
I
Brandt. Come
remember
on, that's
seeing-
broadcasting
Didn't you read
August
101.
this?
23rd, right
Oh,
there,
August 23rd. This is so.
8:10 a.m.
33 seconds
But he
later.
talked about calling a spade a spade. Former owner Deloy Hansen was famously cheap in running the RSL from his tenure, 2013 to 2022. And
You
now,
owned them for that long?
yeah, it was a long.
Well, he came on as a partial owner at first, remember?
Oh, that's right. After
that was this. No, this is the time he owned it.
Yeah, that's when he bought the controlling
But,
stake,
but
right? Was
when
in
we
13.
when we won a title, he was part
No.
owner.
No.
No?
It came on after that.
Oh,
No.
he did. Oh.
No, that was Checkits.
Yeah, and then he invested in the team. And then I love this quote. He never invested in the team. He doesn't spend. Scouting doesn't exist. This is Andy Williams. I don't go anywhere. My staff doesn't go anywhere. We watch soccer like everybody else on the TV. He does invest in scouting. He's not trying to improve the team currently. So that was a knock
Andy
on
Williams?
That's
Andy
our boy,
Williams.
I
Andy.
love that guy
Right
so
before
much.
he fired him.
Oh man.
And we've interviewed Andy. Go ahead and
Love that guy.
go.
Oh,
and
that was such a good
look up
episode.
that episode.
I was so starstruck when he was talking. I was like, oh my god, he's
I
talking.
know,
to us.
right?
But he goes on. This is what caught my eye. In the previous 20 years of RSL history, the team signed 3 players with transfer fees for $1 million. Savarino.
Yeah, the
and
first time. First time.
Just the
Savarino.
amazing Jonathan Menendez.
Oh, I
who-
love that guy.
Who,
the backstory on that
Johnny.
one is I picked him to be the player of the year, and they cut him like 6 games into the season.
yeah, he was.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about not being physical enough to play in the league.
Yeah, every
And then-
time he got touched, he'd just fall down, and the refs were like, I didn't see anything.
And the other one was Yura Mavsisian.
Oh, yeah.
Mavsisian,
Mavsisian was first, then
But
Johnny.
this year, RSL has signed 8 players with transfer fees over $1 million.
Oh, can you name them?
Go.
I've got them right in front of me.
Oh, okay. Well, the 3 recent ones, right?
Diego Gonçalves, Dominic Marchuk, Chicho Arango, Brian
would have been.
Ojeda, Nelson Palacio, Matt Crooks, Brian Vera, and Gomez.
Not Bro Gomez, Andreas Gomez.
Andres.
So in this year, like calendar year, right, because we got Chicho last season,
Yeah.
$22 million RSL spent, which is more than they spent in the first 20 years of experience of
Wow.
existence.
Good thing Gomez left and paid for half of that.
That's amazing that we were able to create the teams that we created with
the budgets
with the
we
budget that doesn't exist. Like
Yeah.
we had to get the draft like so good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of like the
also-
Jazz. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's also a different time, a different league. When RSL came in, there was like 8 or 10 teams
Yeah.
in the league, and it was a little easier.
I think it went from 8 to 10 because it was
Chivas.
RSL and Chivas.
Yeah,
at the
came
same
in.
time. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And then the league is just built up. Now we're up to 30 teams next year when San Diego FC, whatever it is, boring name.
Hopefully
comes
they
in.
turn out just like San Jose. You
Yeah.
know,
Just
I'm
Just
tired of
sputter
California
across
getting more
the-
teams.
But RSL went from going off of he uses the transfer market website, ranked RSL dead last in Major League Soccer in 29th in talent value.
Oh yeah,
and now with all of the stuff that has gone over last season, last year, RSL is 10th.
Well, yeah, that's because we pulled on Quinton.
Yeah,
I mean, that's when we really did.
Yeah, I think
Quinton. We were in like 18th, and we signed Quinton, and it was like
a
boom,
trade interseason.
Boom.
No, I think Philip came in at 999,000, almost a million.
Imagine he gets paid that much.
It was almost a million.
Was it really that much?
No.
No,
okay.
There's
I
no
was
way.
like that's not.
That guy's
right.
probably like $500K, maybe.
Okay,
no,
but Fidel, we sold Fidel.
You think he's making maybe like 200?
I think he's in the 175, 199. But we'll look it up.
That's still a great profession to be in. Think of that.
Oh yeah.
Think of that. Like you don't have to like contribute much, like other than go to practice, and you're making more than people have like gone to college, like for 5 to 6 years.
Yeah,
and make way more than that.
That's why everybody wants to do it.
Just to have Messi kick the ball over here. Yeah, that's crazy.
For a living.
Yeah, well, if you're smart about it, you can parlay that into another career, kind of like Dunny
did.
Parlay.
Oh, what a cool dude, Dunny.
But Dunny was way before the money. He's one of the old school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like back in my day, we had to wash our own uniforms.
What was he saying? He bought butter spray so he could preserve it. The pump guy. Remember when he said that? Look up that episode. That was a great episode.
So that's a surprise for me. It's kind of expected. I don't know if it's unexpected, but it's nice to see the ownership, especially with these last selling Gomez and bringing in
and Barajas.
And Barajas.
Barajas was our biggest sell of all time until that.
A couple weeks later.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the biggest surprise, and it kind of goes back to the way I'm approaching and looking at this club. Like this is a brand new start.
Fresh start.
Wipe off. We went through the COVID stuff.
The Breeze brothers.
They bought the club and they've made some changes, but I think this is the season where it's the cutoff. We're either going to go really up, or this is going to be.
Well, think of every
season
single position on the field. Striker, new guy.
Yep.
Center, midfielder. Yep. Outside guys. Yep. Started with Luna, right? Yep. If you start with Luna and go forward from Luna
to the left or the right.
Yeah. Then you got Luna.
Mm-hmm.
We've switched the right guy out a couple times.
Yeah.
Cheng's still on the bench, but
he's been
he's fallen in there. Mm-hmm. Really glad is the only one who's stuck around from the last 4 transfer windows. He's the only one who still kind of owns his spot, unless you count McMath, who only has half of his spot.
And he doesn't have any of his
spot. He only kind of has half his spot. But he got kind of overtook from Beavers, who's come up through the academy. So there's only 2 guys, 2 positions really, that haven't been replaced over the last 3 or 4 transfers.
Yeah, I guess Brody's on the edge there too.
Yeah, I guess Brody's and Bodie. Bodie coming up and Brody just kind of hanging on because he's a good passer.
And hopefully Brown or someone new is going to really
solidify his spot.
Take that position and roll with it.
Yeah, I think after that performance, he's good to go. At least in my mind. But again, I'm not Pablo, so
that's true.
I don't know.
Any other positive surprises so far this season? Inside the club, outside the club? We could go on and on about
Domino's.
Prices.
Who would have ever thought the Domino's would be at the game?
What?
And there's Domino's at the game.
Oh, pizza,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Before Domino's, it was trash.
Yeah.
It was worse than what you got in cafeteria back in the day.
Oh, like high school cafeteria?
Yeah, that cheese they used, it was just ugh. And then now you get Domino's for $75 a slice, which is a steal because when you think about it, you don't even have to tip. You don't even have to tip. It's already delivered there.
You know what's cool about that, though? At halftime, they go around and they give away...
Pizza.
A pizza.
Yeah.
One pizza they give away, and then they charge everybody else 75 times more for that guy to get a pizza.
I mean, it's they get the charity, but at the same time, they're making money. I mean, that's not a double-edged sword. That's just making money, baby.
That's just money. Yeah. The other thing that I think is super cool that hasn't really happened in, I don't think ever, is that we've had a guy lead the league in scoring at any point in the season.
Or an MVP candidate. Yeah.
And Chicho might not end up, the final end of the season, but for him to go in the way he was, like if we can just get most of that back, even 90% of that back, we'll be just fine.
I agree.
His confidence and everything, man, that to me is so cool.
I want to see that hair to get another header and just go.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so cool.
Do you think they should come out with a Chicho toupee? and you should totally wear it at one of the press conferences. A Chicho toupee, just like straight back, and
dude,
it's like
I totally should. We should totally make a wig that does that, and then
that's what it should be for Halloween.
I'll be Chicho.
You'd be Chicho for Halloween? That'd be amazing.
Totally do it. Yeah.
We'll dye your eyebrows and everything.
Right. Yeah, dude. It'll be
good
great.
eyebrows, by the way. Great eyebrows. I mean,
Chicho
I bet you had a great head of hair there.
Oh, yeah. In high school,
Yeah.
But after high school, I mean, even in high school, my buddy was like, dude, pull your hair back. And I was like, no. It's like, why do you think I'm wearing this bandana? It's just to keep the hair out of my face because I had a bowl cut and it would get in my eyes. You did. So I had to push my hair up. And then he noticed how far back my forehead went, and he's like, dude, you're bald. I'm like, shut up. So it was going in high school.
Yeah,
too much testosterone.
That's what it is. A lot of man on that field.
Right. They say the overabundance of testosterone causes your hair to fall out.
I don't think they say that.
Oh, yeah. Doctor told me that one time.
Isn't it estrogen?
The bald doctor told you that.
After he told me I had recanalized, whatever that means.
No idea. Probably.
Over my hair.
No, it's the opposite of a vasectomy. You don't really do it to yourself. It just comes back. Yeah, I'm going public with it. Yep. Regrew, baby. 2 vasectomies over here, baby. Because the first one...
What is this episode
overcame.
about?
I'm Wolverine, basically. That's what I'm saying.
He said we're going to ask questions and then answer them.
You brought it up.
No, I don't think.
And then we just get into vasectomy.
Oh, he's been dying. I am so fertile. No vaccine.
So much testosterone.
No vasectomy can stop me. That's why my youngest kid is
6. Hey, my oldest is 26. Oh, boy. So yeah, top to bottom, 20 years between the oldest and the youngest kid.
Oh my gosh, man!
And so the 6-year-old is after the first vasectomy and before the second one.
Right before the second one. Yep. Right as that happened, we were like, "Whoa!" Yeah, it's like playing with a gun you didn't know was loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to put a helmet on your soldier, man.
Consequences.
Well, now I know.
So anyway,
remember,
kids.
Kids, yeah.
Kids who are listening, you can just skip that part. That really means that Tyler's the man, and stuff happens in life.
One thing that we can successfully deduce from Tyler's comments is that his wife does not listen to this podcast.
Yeah, and to be fair, she had kids in 3 separate decades, so think about that. Yeah. Rough, huh? And one of them was the 90s. Woo! Yikes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, back to
Should we talk about soccer now?
male potency issues. What about like a negative, a surprise that isn't necessarily positive, but just in general, you didn't think would happen?
Well, Pablo Ruiz. I think that's the saddest story of the whole thing so far, Besides maybe some of the guys we cut or moved on or...
Brian Oviedo.
Yeah, that was... I'll tell you who...
Yeah,
let me tell you who mine is. I'm really surprised that Matt Crooks has not had a bigger impact on the team.
Yeah,
that's because you're dating him in your head. Like, you're literally, fangirling so hard because he lived in a place that you love.
I do.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Although,
who commented on his muscles when we were standing there next to him?
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, I wasn't there.
He had like a sleeveless practice shirt on, the black one. And he came off, and I was like, "Hey, Matt, your shoulder's
he
looking
came
good,
off?
bro."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, thanks, man. I'm putting in some work."
Did you tell him you were fertile?
No.
Well, you could just tell.
I didn't. I wasn't crossing any lines, man. I don't want to get my credentials pulled or anything. I was gonna let Brandt hit on him after that. I was just warming him up.
That's how you ended up with a 6-year-old. And your credentials pulled.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Anyway, so I'm really surprised that Matt he's had an impact, obviously, but I thought he would have a greater impact in how the RSL played on the field.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they've figured him out, and hopefully he'll be here next season, but we'll see how it goes. That's my one disappointment, also because I picked him to be the surprise of the team. MVP. Because I thought he would really come in and just create havoc and some dynamic play in the midfield there.
And it's been in spurts and here and there, and definitely not as consistent as we've kind of needed from him.
Well, I think when we signed him, we were hoping that we would play the style that he is able to play over there.
Yeah.
And after seeing what we were capable of, it's like, his style doesn't necessarily match up with what we're able to create tactically.
So is putting Gonsalves in there, is that going to fix it?
Honestly, I don't know much about him. And normally I do some deep diving on people, trying to find their Facebook profiles, ex-girlfriends, all that other stuff.
The hotties.
to really get into it.
Yeah, really get into it.
Yeah.
But
really get into it. Hook him up on Instagram and go back a couple weeks or months. Or
did you see the Nick Kyrgios thing to the guy who just won the Grand Slam?
What?
So Yannick Sinner, who's this Italian guy who just won the U.S. Open Grand Slam. Nick Kyrgios dated his girlfriend. And what he posted on Twitter or X, he was a picture of Nick Kyrgios next to his girlfriend when they were dating, and he put second serve. Oh, man. Sorry. Side note, that was the best.
Wait, so that's the first U.S. guy to win it in forever, right?
No, he's Italian. Yannick Sinner is the guy who won the U.S. Open. Nick Kyrgios is Australian.
Okay. Who was the guy that made the final or something?
Oh, Taylor Fritz, and he choked pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
But also Yannick Sinner. Yeah, he got there. He beat Tiafoe in the semifinal, who was also another American. But that's a whole other podcast,
The Random Tennis Podcast.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Arizona Drinks.
No longer 99 cents.
So any other surprises perhaps that were... did you have a negative one that maybe... or something you just didn't expect?
I didn't expect us... Well, I didn't expect Chicho to be so injury-prone this season. It seems like he hasn't really gotten to 100% since last season. And I don't know. It's weird to think of us right now after watching these last games to think that we're in third place. After seeing what we are, because being able to, that's another positive though, is on the other side of that is I would have never expected us to have that many games where we scored that many goals. Mm-hmm. How many games did we have where we scored 4 or 5 goals? Yeah, and it's incredible. But at the same time, after seeing this last run of form, it's we're in third place. This is crazy. I would have never expected that.
Yeah, and again, the 2 LA teams ahead of us. And games played, we're at 27. And so LAFC is 1 game less than us and 1 point ahead. So they're comfortably ahead. But the Galaxy went on a tear recently, and they're sitting on 52 points on 28 games played. So, yeah, they're comfortably in first. In the West. Yes. Overall, we're still... Everybody's
going to have to do some work to catch up with Miami. They're at 59 points to go for the supporters. Excuse me.
Oh, do you need more soda?
Yeah.
You're a little tired there,
Calvin?
Calvin?
You have to punch him every time he does that.
32 ounces.
Yeah, 2 32 ounces.
Wimp.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yep. So that's kind of cool. But I think the surprise-wise... I think Oviedo.
I know
that's a sad surprise for sure.
Wah, wah, wah. Because you think there would be some other players that maybe it was a money issue too. They had to let him go. Well, they waived him, so they're probably still paying him.
Yeah, I forgot how that works. I think the foreign nationals, at least in the old days, you would just cut them, and you didn't have to pay them anymore.
Oh, wow.
But then they demanded more money. So, but again, that's old MLS rules. That might not be the latest and greatest MLS rules. I used to read the rule book of MLS. That's
because you were so close to playing in it.
Nerd I was.
Yeah, you need to know. Yeah.
No, I wasn't playing anywhere. I was a nerd and did my reading. But you ready to
Well, I wanted to ask a question because you guys seem to ask such tantalizing questions that are really stimulating me. Yeah, that's right. Can you feel the testosterone?
I do. I feel it way over here.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, so commanding. I love it.
I want to ask you guys, what are your predictions on who is going to do the best in the playoffs? I want you to give your top 6, so 3 from each conference, and I want you to say who's going the farthest, why, expound on it.
So, Miami, and not just because of Messi, but because the way they play is awesome. If Messi comes back, they're virtually unstoppable, but you got to go with Columbus because they're so dang fun. Did you see what happened to their game midweek? Their goalie got red carded because he came out of the box and decked Jordan Morris.
Well, I didn't understand that.
They didn't have a goalie on the bench.
But the coach was talking about 8 call-ups.
So Zawadzki,
the midfielder,
jumps in goal, dude.
And they lost 4-0.
And he got scored on 3 more times. Besides the free kick right after the red card.
But that's what I'm asking. Like
Rusnak had a hat trick, yeah.
The coach was talking about how he had 8 call-ups and they used them all.
Yeah, Schulte played for the national team. He got a cap. He was in the game for the national team. And then I think it's Gomez, something like that, was the goalie. He came out and decked Jordan Morris to death. I mean, to red card death. His death in the game. That's what I meant. And so he had to go out, and then they were playing down a man with Zawadzki as their keeper, who typically plays outside / defensive. And obviously he was not good at diving.
Yeah.
But he got his first save in the 80th minute. That happened in like the 30th minute. He need to get his first save till like the 80th minute.
One thing too about Miami, it was announced today pretty much that Iniesta is on his way to Inter Miami.
The Iniesta cannot come to Miami.
He will be.
No, because they according to the rules of MLS, they'll
Barcelona
have to rewrite
reunion
the rules.
complete. Andres Iniesta links up with. So we'll see.
I mean,
there are no rules when it comes to Miami and MLS.
That's a good point. Beckham can bend all the rules.
Well, that's actually great because I would love to see the MLS grow responsibly like that, because that was a lot of the reason why we can't have these all-star teams is because we limit how many international spots and all that stuff. But if we eliminate the international spots and we make MLS a more competitive market, isn't that going to increase our effectiveness of the academies? It's going to make the quality of play for our international teams grow. Like, I don't really see the negative. I think the people that are scared of it are the ones that don't want to improve.
Promotion and relegation.
No, get over that. That's so dumb.
But also,
you're supposed to yell that every time somebody
pay for a championship.
Improving.
No, I see you arguing with people on X about that.
I just think it's counterproductive.
Yeah. There's no way we could do anything close to that. We can barely hang on with some of these crap clubs in our
And most of these folks that are I am for promotion relegation. I love it when it happens to other teams, not my own.
You got relegated, Dallas.
But I think we are just light years away.
Yeah, we are.
From the United States having the infrastructure in place to.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other podcast.
That'd be like if the Rochester Rhinos, got a spot in MLS. And everybody's like, no, that would be so cool because Rochester's been this really cool soccer town for a long time. And yes, in that sense, it would be cool. However, guess what? The league would take a substantial hit in revenue because 6,000 people show up to a good game at Rochester.
Yeah, Major League Soccer, if you got relegated from Major League Soccer down to the next level, you'd be playing in baseball fields against New Mexico United, which is a great soccer community. But Albuquerque is a fantastic soccer community.
Haven't committed the Bucks to the sport yet.
And Yeah, there's just not enough. Anyway, so in the East, do you just have the top three being the three teams?
No Cincinnati. I don't really see them as my third one. I would say New York City.
Which
I think
one?
they're just New York City.
NYCFC?
City.
They've kind of come on lately.
Yeah, they've come on strong, and I see them as pushing for that potential third spot. And then over to the West, of course, top three, LA, and RSL. Pretty straightforward.
I'll go. The West, I agree. I think it's the top three. I think you could see a dark horse. Seattle's starting to play better, but they still have, I don't know if they have the horses to really make a run, but you never know. All you got to do is make the playoffs.
So
no, they're stuck with Weibel. So, but I'll stick with the top three. I think any one of those, Colorado, Seattle, maybe not Vancouver, but Houston definitely could probably have a deep run, maybe surprise some folks.
If we're talking about knocking us out, Houston has our number lately.
Oh, geez, yeah. Criminy.
I mean, you figure that out first.
And then in the Eastern Conference, I'd have to agree, although I think Cincinnati might figure it out. But I think the top three there.
I say no.
Inter Miami, Cincinnati, and Columbus. And I don't know if
maybe
there's
Philly?
Anybody. Where is Philadelphia?
They're way down there. They're 11th.
They've got to do.
We broke them ever since
Philadelphia's
we beat
got
them.
to do a lot of work to make the playoffs. But
yeah.
I think it's going to be the top three in both sides. What about your question, Brennan?
Yeah.
So I see Inter Miami actually making it to the finals. In my head, I don't want to see it, and I want to see Cincinnati. But I see Inter Miami making it all the way up there, and then I think the West is going to be surprised, and LA Galaxy is going to be there instead of LAFC.
Wow.
Because it will be a surprise, because people are going to think that LAFC is going in there because somebody from LA Galaxy gets hurt.
Yeah.
But turns out they didn't.
So you don't think Real's going to...
If I say it out loud, it's not going to happen. So
is that how that works?
Yeah,
kind
so
of
I'm not saying what I really want to say.
Jinx thing?
Yeah, I don't. I get that a lot in life.
You're a jinxer?
I'm a jinxer.
Knock on wood.
What about a sphinxer?
That's your
Those are the
testosterone
pyramids.
thing. Sorry.
Pyramids, sphinx. No. Okay. All right. We to my question now?
Yeah, let's have a question.
Okay, so I was thinking would do like a little quick guess who.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Okay. So guess who
Johnny Menendez
leads the team. There's 4 players who have played in 26 matches so far. Name, between the two of you, name the 4 players who have played in 26 matches for RSL this season.
Okay, Justin Glad.
No, he's been injured.
Nope, Glad has missed a few.
Oh, Brian Vera.
No,
Brian Vera has missed a few.
I would say another Brian.
Ojeda. Anelli.
26. Anelli, 26.
The next would be Crooks.
Nope.
Luna.
Oh, Luna.
Nope.
No, let's see. This is a great
A.B.
question.
McMath.
There are people who you probably wouldn't think would have played in 26
Brody?
games. Brody. And up top.
Not Chicho.
Oh, Julio?
Not Chicho.
Julio
has played in
Ando.
26 games.
Anderson, Julio.
Remember, those
Great
are
question.
not starts. Ojeda
Played
has
in.
25 starts. Anelli has 25 starts. Brody has 20 starts. Julio only has 10 starts, but he's played in 26 games. So that's a fun one. Who is the minimum, who has the least amount of points for RSL this season? Least amount of minutes, Least amount of minutes so far this season for Real Salt Lake.
Brown.
So 1 appearance, 12 minutes is who?
Oh, Caliscan.
Nope.
No.
Oh, he had 2.
Caliscan has 3 and 123 minutes.
Was it one of the rookies?
Smaller.
One of the draft picks?
This kid's young.
Oh, it wasn't Kai. It was
Close.
Gozo.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Gozo, 1 match played, 12 minutes. And that, again, that doesn't count Open Cup. That's just MLS Cup.
Oh.
MLS only. And then second least, 1 match played, 19 minutes is who? Who is it, bro?
Caliscan? No, he started a game.
Yeah. Who is it, bro?
I don't know.
Bro. That's his first name.
Oh, Gomez. Oh, bro.
Bro Silva.
Bro
Yeah. Bro Silva got 19 minutes. And as long as we're on the 1 match played so far, there's 2 more. 1 match played, 20 minutes, got loaned out this week.
Oh, yeah, Bell. No, Matthew Bell got loaned out, but
Matthew
also...
Bell, yep.
Elijah Paul?
Elijah Paul.
Yeah, Elijah Paul got loaned out. He has yet to make an appearance. And Mark Zukcik has the other one appearance. And
I'm guessing he's going to get a few more
9 minutes. He probably
I hope so, because he's
very
really
shortly
expensive.
will be breaking that. So, and then Benji Michel, 2 games, 33 minutes. So,
Yeah, I don't have high hopes for Benji Michel.
I know you're really down on him.
I just haven't...
Because he's not a British guy.
Okay, so who has the most assists on the team? It's at 8, and then 7, and then 5.
Gomez.
Andres Gomez
has 7. Yep.
Is it Luna?
Luna, 8 assists.
Oh yeah, he went on a tear. He had
assists.
like 3 or 4 in like a 4-game stretch.
Yeah. Okay, and then who has 5 assists?
Matt Crooks.
Crooks has 3.
That's Chicho.
Chicho has 5. Yep. And then 3 people have 3. We got Crooks. Who are the other 2?
Brody.
No.
Nope.
Katranis
has 3.
Who's the other one?
Vera?
Who's the other one?
Is it up front? It's up at the top still.
Anelli.
It's
He's a super sub, semi-super
Chang.
sub.
Andrew.
Chang.
Oh,
Chang.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chang got 3 assists. No goals, surprisingly.
What? Not Chang, man.
I said surprisingly. Sorry.
You know, I was listening.
I
to
Chang,
the last
but-
episode of this podcast, and we really shot ourselves in the foot because we were
did?
talking some serious trash.
On
What was it on Hidalgo? I think.
I
think
don't
you
talk
were
trash
talking
on Hidalgo.
crap about him, and then Brody.
he did have a rough game.
He did have
ago.
a rough game.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me though is he has 2 piercings on one ear.
Who does?
Hidalgo.
Oh, okay.
Like I saw a picture of him. I'm like, why does he have more than one on there? Like,
And is in the inner ear part? Is it for
it's
headaches?
all-
Is it medicinal?
It's like one there.
Oh, okay. On
and
the
then
lobe?
One right there.
And then on the back lobe.
Just slightly behind.
Okay.
Kids
I
these
don't know.
days.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, ready?
Ready.
Okay. Who leads the team in yellow cards?
Oh, Brian Vera.
Brian Vera. That's the obvious one. Who is second? It's a tie. 2-way tie.
Ojeda.
3-way tie.
Ojeda.
Ojeda's 1?
Katranis.
Nope.
No.
Close. He's at 5.
Luna.
Nope. He's at
Chicho.
No.
Chicho has 5. Katranis has 5. Luna has 5. Anelli has 5. But who has 6? We're missing 2 of them.
Is it Ojeda?
Ojeda and
I said
is no
Ojeda.
longer with us.
Oh,
Andres Gomez.
Yeah.
Gomez. Okay.
So Gomez, Crooks, and Ojeda have 6. And Vera has 8, leading the team. Who has the red card on the season?
Oh, I can't remember.
Who got
Hold on,
red carded?
hold on.
Was it Chicho?
It was in snow. Remember the snow game?
Was it Vera?
Close, same first name.
Oh, it was Brian.
Yeah, Brian Ojeda.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was
It
a
was-
double yellow. Or no, he just accumulated 2 yellows, right?
Now, remember he kind of went in studs up in the snow. LAFC.
I thought it was kind of weak.
It was kind of soft, but it was snowing, so it was hard to really tell.
Hard to gauge it.
But anyway, yeah. So that, I mean, I think that says something right there. 1 red card on the season up to this point. You know?
Good job, Brian
Straight
Vera.
reds, right? Like, because
Playing in control, playing
Yeah.
physical, yet playing in control and not
Right.
getting too many.
Hey, but
straight
it's
up
still
reds.
there's still a chance because you remember what happened in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
We had a great red card that ruined our chances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's another one, talk about surprises a little bit is I was really surprised that Beavers has finally won the starting role.
Okay.
I thought McMath would
Hold him off.
hold him off like he did last season, but we talked about it last episode where I think the pressure just built, and once he made one mistake, he said, "Oh, I can't make another mistake. That they're gonna put the kid in," and it just kind of built and built and built. So it's probably a good move. We'll see how it works out, but
Yeah.
so schedule. We're getting close to the end of the season. So surprisingly, it's a long season. RSL plays the final 6 games
6?
this Saturday.
Wait, there's only 6 left?
Yeah.
What?
Houston this Saturday, September 14th at Houston.
I think there's 7.
Is there 7?
Houston, Dallas, Portland.
I'm missing one. Vancouver.
Austin, Minnesota, San Jose, Vancouver. Yeah. 3,
7.
6,
You're
7.
correct.
Okay.
I didn't expand the thing. Sorry.
Well, after
Then
we
have
lost
2
to
home
San
games.
Jose, we all forgot how many games there were left because we were so sad we lost to San
What a
Jose.
terrible game.
So Houston, and then we have a Wednesday night game against Dallas, and then Saturday the 21st against Portland at home. Yeah, Portland. And then
That's the second time we've done that. Like a third Wednesday, Saturday, both home games.
Not
It's
bad.
kind of strange.
It's kind of nice.
It's
I mean,
nice.
I mean, I like it because I can come home, sleep in my bed, and still go to all the games, whatever. But man, it's just strange, right?
Seems like it.
Usually
It's smart.
I mean,
I guess
it's kind of an advantage for Real Salt Lake to be able
so
to
they're
stay
not
at
traveling
home,
so much.
right? And 2 games in a week.
I never understood that. Like, why do people hate traveling so much? Like, I think that's so fun.
So it like for some people it like beats them up, man. Like they need a day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Have you ever met that guy? He's like a business traveler, but he has to go in the day before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brandt's that way?
Yeah, he's definitely that way.
You're that way?
yeah, flying.
You need a day?
I don't necessarily need a day, but it does. I'm not a bad flyer, but I'm not a good flyer.
I was bad. Like the first couple of business trips I went on, I was sick the next day.
That
So I
doesn't.
get it.
It doesn't make me sick as much as it is the stress.
Oh,
I think
stress.
just the travel, and I don't know.
I just live in stress, so it doesn't bother me either way.
Yeah, so here's the
It's
thing,
just
guys.
different kind of stress.
If you figure out a way to work out your stress, just like our sponsor.
Yes, that's right.
Our
It's a
new
good sponsor.
Yeah.
Why don't you step
Our new
up
sponsor.
from my legs, my friend?
Yeah. So our good friend over at the I Love You Bro project is bringing us some good changing the world moments, one bro at a time. Mr. Joe Tuiana. I don't always say his name
Talofa,
right.
brother.
Talofa, yeah. He's a Samoan brother. And he's trying to change the stigma around men and mental health. And he's worked with, the state of Utah, Intermountain Health, Utah Suicide Prevention Coalition. Reach out, brothers. If you have someone, if you don't have someone, talk to us. We'll talk to you. We'll help you out. We'll get you there. Joe Rogan says most men live in quiet desperation. And the ages of men in Utah, 4 out of 5 suicides happen for men. And so, like, our dynamic here, the people who listen to this podcast, we love you. We care about you. Typically, our dynamics between 35 and 64, which is the highest.
And we're still talking to kids for some reason.
At risk. Well, there's 3 kids that listen.
They're driving around with a car with their kids.
Yeah, see? Kids, listen up. Listen up. If people need help, people need help.
Yeah.
Even dads need help sometimes, and that's okay. And so we want to promote help, wellness, and better quality of life for men and change the toxic stigma around social shadowing of men's mental health by being a leader in educating, inspiring, and empowering men everywhere. Go to iloveyoubroproject.org and support my bro Joe Tuiana in helping bring this to more people.
Awesome. Glad that he's a great sponsor. We're so glad to have him on board. RSL Random Fan Podcast.
We might even get him as a clip next week.
That'd
Get
be
him
fun.
to sit down with us for a few minutes.
Yeah,
ask
that'd be
a
really
few
great.
questions. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So, quick podcast this week. Thoughts on the game in Houston. Which team is going to show up, the San Jose RSL or the New England
Did you just
Revolution
call him the San Jose RSL?
The
Yeah, like
RSL
this RSL that showed up against San Jose.
or the one that showed up against New England?
I think it's neither. I think this is a big mental change for us coming to Houston after we got beaten in the Leagues Cup, and I mean Houston seems to have our number. I think now that we're having this break, we're gonna go in pretty aggressive. At least coaching wise, we're gonna be aggressive. So hopefully that's a solid win, especially away.
Yeah, I think this game is the teeter-totter. This is the apex of the teeter-totter here. That if we can go into Houston and get a win, And currently it shows our win probability is only 27%.
That's crazy.
If we can go knock them down, I think that's going to be the catalyst to really push us through
the playoffs.
And
I agree with
really
that.
put us as a top contender in the West. And if we lose there, I think we're going to spiral down and just kind of limp out and maybe take a first or second round exit in the playoffs, and we're done. And we're improving, but dude.
Well, I think it rests on the shoulders
of... We gotta beat these guys.
It rests on the shoulders of our new players.
Yeah.
I think if Diogo doesn't find something, if Mark Zook, is that how you say his name? Mark Zook? If one of those two don't link up and put it in between the posts, I think we're done for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Pivotal game.
And even our all-time matchup against these guys has dropped to 16 wins for them and only 14 for us.
Yeah, that's
with 13 draws. Yeah, so they've kind of tilted the teeter-totter the wrong way in this matchup, and this matchup matters. It's a big emotional deal for us, and if we can come in and take it to them and win in Houston, I can't underestimate the grittiness, the camaraderie that'll build in the team and take us through the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
I think RSL is going to do well. I'm going to put it out there like a 3-1 RSL victory. I think the way they've practiced
3-1.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to say 1-1 tie, and I'm going to call that good enough. But
I think RSL is going to get the 3 points. I think
4-0.
This is a game where they come out.
It's going to be 4-0.
They played well. They're coming off a really well played game against a team that sucks, obviously in New England, but getting over that hump. They were in a little bit of a slump. I did the numbers. I wish I could remember. I should have wrote it. I did write it down, but they had 5 wins the first 10 games. Well, in the first 20 games, RSL lost 3 games.
Okay, should we write this down?
And in the last 7 games, they've lost 3 games.
So 20.
So the last 7 games, the last 7 games, RSL lost as many games as they did in the first 20.
First 20.
So I think that win against New England
2.9
hopefully is a catalyst to kick them back over into winning ways and move forward.
Yeah, because
I'm expecting them to get a victory. I am.
I agree.
Does Quentin start at center back again?
No. That would be a solid no. Due to the fact
I think Vera will be back.
I hope so. I want Gladden Vera. I want Brown. I want Catranis. I want Emeka. I want Ojeda with Palacio ready to play in because it's going to be hot, and I think one of those need to pivot out because they're pivoting all day.
Yep.
I think Luna needs to be in there. I think Mark Zook needs to be in there. Diogo up front, and then I think we need Crooks in the center. Well, actually, did I say Luna?
Chicho would.
You said Luna.
Chicho should be back.
No. I want Chicho as a sub coming in. I do not want him starting because Chicho coming in with fresh legs later in the game, that has a better opportunity to not only inspire the people that are tired, but also have him have fresh legs against everybody else who's not, especially that back line.
And you had a Nelly on the bench?
So do you start Julio?
No, I had a Nelly and I had Palacio on the bench ready to know that he's going to be playing.
50, 60 minutes?
I had to look at the weather.
I'd give him like 35, 40.
They said Anelli struggles in the heat, so...
That's what I want. Yeah, so we need to have our pivots healthy.
And then right mid, you said not Brook. You don't want Brook. You want Mark Zook?
I want Mark Zook because I feel like with Houston, they're so solid through each line that I want another attacking player on a wing. I think Lachlan can be good, but like I was saying in the last podcast, his rhythm isn't matching with how we're passing the ball. I think Mark Zook is going to play higher up like he likes anyways, and that's going to pull a lot of more options so we can relocate the ball.
Yeah, I think Mark Zook is the answer long-term, and he has probably a higher ceiling at this point, but I think Brook is the better play right now to win this game. So I wouldn't be surprised if Brook started and Mark Zook came on around the same time as 60, 70
Either way you shake it, it's still going to be a great setup.
Yeah. Yep. I like that setup though. I think Quentin did a good job for what he needed to do in that game, and he did more than we even expected him to do, and that was fantastic. I don't know if he could do that against Houston.
No, dude, Karaskia is going to get up in his business. He's going to get him inflamed. He's going to be cheeky with his tackles. I mean, we need Vera in there so they're a little more scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've also got Gryffindor. So.
Oh yeah, Dorsey.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Ache.
Yeah.
What a solid player. Ache is a
guy's
solid
so
player,
good.
man. And he keeps everybody
dislike
level-headed out there.
how good he is.
Yeah, he's one of those where like, I hate you. You were so good. Like,
Right?
but like, if we were to buy you, please.
Like, please come play for us.
But it sounds like he's really good against not all the teams.
Right.
But RSL, he is good against RSL.
And LAFC for some reason.
Yeah, they got a draw over the weekend.
Yeah, and they beat him before, right? They kind of have our number and LAFC's number, but they can't beat the Galaxy.
Well, the Galaxy is too unique at the moment. They're very
kind
inspirational
of on their
at the
own
moment.
Planet.
Yeah, dude, Royce.
I know.
Gosh,
Seriously.
I mean, we got.
Oh, you know who we're gonna get? Lewandowski. Yeah, he's coming here. Yeah. Lewandowski. He's gonna come play here just so he can outdo Royce.
Isn't Mark Zook Polish?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There
Bring
you go.
him in.
Come on over.
The Polish Brotherhood.
Come on, Dominic. Get on the phone.
Sausage brothers.
Get on the phone, Dominic. Let's get
Anyway.
Lewandowski over here. So, and also, we've got some of our predictions, our thoughts on the game against Houston. It's time for the Come On Crawley update. They didn't play.
Oh, well.
The game was postponed because Burton Albion had. You gonna do sad songs?
Say the last word. Burton Albion had.
International call-ups.
Oh, you switched the buttons. It's
No.
supposed to be this one.
The laugh track? Yeah, we gotta have a laugh track. So
Yeah,
we had
sorry.
to cancel the game.
I was,
Reschedule the game
waiting for
because
your
Burton.
Last word.
And it's man.
Jeez.
I hate international windows because it's so hard to watch.
I hate
Can't
when
watch
we can't
soccer.
coordinate our conversation. I'm so sorry.
But
I'd like to apologize to everyone who's.
But the
listened
Black
to this
Tarantulas had a heck of a game.
podcast. Oh yeah.
I mean, it was exciting from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know that the U5 kids are really getting the game. They're falling in love with soccer. When a game of tickle tag. breaks
Oh
out.
yeah.
Breaks out. At least the
Yeah.
ball was out of bounds though when that happened.
No.
No.
That was the entirety of
Tickle
the game.
tag.
Yeah,
was
they kind of,
during the ball on.
One
field
of them, I don't even think was paying attention to anything other than other people going like this, like running around.
spider hands.
Yeah.
But
The dad got
The-
mad.
the one
Wait,
young man who was
the dad or the
No,
grandpa?
the dad of the kid got really mad.
Oh, did he?
Well, I think
He pulled his kid off.
the mom got mad and sent the dad in because I was telling him, like, you know what? I said, just let them play. They're having fun. We want to have a good time. And he says, well, my wife sent me out here.
Not at all costs. He's like, nope, not worth
So
that. Not
it
worth
was.
that fight.
They're having a lot of fun. They're gonna learn the rules at some point, right?
Well, it's going to be small battles.
So the point is to have the most fun they can possibly have and love the game, and that's what I'm all about.
And that's what they're doing in Nashville. They just decided, we're going to take last place in the East this year. We're just going to try to have fun and let Orlando just drop 3 on us. And
That's
just go
incredible.
out and-
What is happening
they're
to Nashville?
so bad this year.
They used to be like a humongous threat. Like
Yeah.
they, 2 years ago they were gnarly.
Well, and then their coach is kind of an
Well, they got rid of
a-hole.
Gary.
I don't know what the right word is for Gary.
They
Gary
fired
Smith.
him.
Gary Smith.
They got rid of him.
Well, because he's a jerk, man.
Well, he's a defensive minded coach. That's what he did with
Yeah.
the Rapids. When you focus on defense and then you don't have any scoring ability,
Defense doesn't win championships in MLS, though. Like, it'll get you a long ways, but you got to have a goal.
but when your defense comes apart and you don't have any other option,
That's when Gary's out.
you plummet to the bottom of the table.
And that's
pretty
when
quick.
Gary's out as a coach, and your one DP gets hurt, and nobody else can pass. And Schaufelberg freaking goes to Canada, scores against the U.S. We can't even talk about the level of lividness I am in right now with this U.S. national team. That's a whole other podcast. I could go on for days. But the U.S. men's national team is in such disarray right now. Like, they don't even know what they're doing. Canada had 7 shots to our 1 at one point. And I was just like, what are we even doing? Jesse Marsh, a coach we could have hired, is coaching Canada like a champ. And guess what? Canada's pretty dang good. And no disrespect to Canada, but they're Canada. And here we sit in the United States, and we can't beat them with almost our top team.
Yeah, and we don't have a head coach yet. Pochettino's, I guess they're going to announce him at some point. That's the rumor.
Dude,
but
they take so long. It's so dumb. This is so dumb. U.S. soccer is not professional. The people in there are not doing a good job. Man, I watched the Kicking It podcast with Clint Dempsey, where him and Charlie Davies and Moadu, they.
You met Moadu.
Yeah, you did too. I mean, you were there.
I was there. I just didn't know who he was.
Yeah, no, but like they throw down like for real there. They talk
That's
straight.
crazy. No, let's talk about Moadu.
Yeah.
When you were talking to him, I could smell the estrogen coming out of you. Like there was, you were so like smitten and like girly around him. You're like, Moadu. Oh yeah. How are you? Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I watch you on TV.
Girly?
You were. I think you're. I mean,
like, I know my voice went up a couple octaves when we were talking to him, and my pupils dilated. To be fair, I
was like, is it cold in here? Is it cold in here? Your nipples were just like so tight against the shirt.
Thanks for being so cool to me, bro. This is my buddy Brennan.
I was like, oh, nice. You're famous? Great. That's cool, man.
You played soccer?
Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm not very starstruck. Like,
no.
Unless it's like Roger Federer or somebody like that.
I was trying to keep it on the DL. That's why I introduced you. I was like, here's a real person. His name's Brennan. He's a cool guy. You should like him too. We're friends, right? You introduced me to your buddies.
You know, because he's not like talking. He's just like asking questions, and he's doing it like real fast. It's like, yeah. So how did that feel? Oh, that was cool. So when you did this, that was great, right?
Remember when you almost made the World Cup team? That was awesome.
I'm so sorry, man. That's crazy, man.
Remember when you kicked that ball that one time and hit that one guy?
I emailed him so many times. You need to be on the team.
Anyway, yeah, the U.S. is in disarray.
Weird.
Those guys can fix it. Anyway, those guys were talking about how U.S. soccer is kind of crooked, and the guys at the top don't make decisions that are for the best result on the field. They make it for the money.
Yeah. Well, they went and hired a Brit to run it.
Yeah.
So what does he care?
I mean, I don't care. I care that the team wins and that we put a team on there that can win, and we build up these guys that are still young guys. Like, and if you follow the U.S. men's national team at all, you know Reyna, and you know that he's a prodigy, and he's also
stay healthy,
a little injury prone, but he's only 21, right? Like,
oh yeah, Gio Reyna.
Come on. He's still going to be an incredible player, and if him and Christian can figure out how to play together, it almost doesn't matter who else is on the team. We can put in MLS guys that are good. We can put a Nelly behind him.
Where does Reyna play?
He's an attacker of any
where?
sort.
Like what team?
Oh, he was on. So he was in Germany at Dortmund.
Oh, it's Dortmund.
Then they loaned him / sold him to Nottingham, and then he never played the rest of the season at Forest. And then they kind of were like, you take him back. And then they were like, we're not really sure we want him back. And then I don't know where he's under contract right now to say. That was the long answer.
And that's one of our most talented guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he's injured.
I think
crazy.
This batch of players are really good, really talented, but they're not great players.
Nope.
Together they are not great. No.
And I think some of them are really talented, but they don't know how to play the game. There's a difference between having the ability and translating that into winning on the field.
Yeah,
and they just don't have it with the men's national team. I think a lot of these players are borderline getting overrated or coddled too much, where they just say, hey, there is no, kind of like what Pablo wants with Real Salt Lake, wants competition at every position.
Yeah.
And there isn't that competition at the top with the men's team.
And there should be. And if you watch the game, as soon as Morris came in, the kid who used to play at Columbus and went overseas, he came back. As soon as they plugged him into the game changed.
Aiden
Morris. And Tyler
is tearing it up in Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Tyler Adams is that guy, and Aiden Morris could be the double pivot between those two that I've been dreaming of, but Tyler Adams can't get healthy. So I'm like, Morris and Adams need to be there. Luca De La Torre is not the answer. There's so many other guys on the team that are not the answer. They might be good teammates, and can they help us win? And we cannot beat Canada, so I don't know. I don't know what we're doing right now.
And this fetish with having players playing overseas.
Yeah.
When was the best run that the United States had was when Major League Soccer players were dominating.
Yeah. Landon Donovan scoring in the World Cup, knocking Mexico out.
And if what's
2012 World Cup.
And if what's his name keeps Beckerman in.
Korea, whatever year that was.
If Beckerman gets the start.
Yeah, and if Beckerman stays in that World Cup, him and Bradley as the double pivots, dude, they were so good together. They were so good together. Why mess with it?
Jurgen Klinsmann.
Quit messing with it.
So
find your stuff, stick to it. Anyway, that's enough about the men's national team.
Zero thoughts.
Yeah.
No gears grinding over there.
Oh, dude, yeah. You know what really grinds my gears?
$1.68.
$1.68. What's that?
For iced tea.
Oh, for the Arizona? Yeah, that was annoying. I mean, like, I literally just watched a video not even like a week ago about him bragging about not increasing the price, and I show up there and I'm like, $1.69. Is this like the wrong shelf? Like, what? Is it just this one can? And I look at all the other ones, and the 99-cent logo is gone.
That's because it's an Arizona Energy.
No, I looked at the other ones. The 99 cents is gone.
It's gone off the other ones too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hypocrisy.
Messed up.
So, thanks for listening. Do us a favor. Follow us on wherever we are. Follow us around.
YouTube.
He drives. What do you drive? No, just kidding. Instagram, YouTube, goals.tv, Twitter, X, whatever they're calling it.
You should just write that on your finger, so you just can go Instagram.
Facebook.
Who's doing Facebook? Are we really getting hits on Facebook?
Yeah,
we get some.
Yeah, we get about 15.
We have the older demographic
per post.
We get 15.
You know,
I mean, likes, not views, not views, likes.
It's going to go crazy when we get that MySpace going. For those
That's so funny. Justin Timberlake bought that. Did you remember that? He bought it and he tried to redo it with like music and stuff.
Did he mix it?
No, it didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, tough stuff.
He did that with Trolls too, and that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trolls, good stuff. The latest boy band one was really funny.
Oh, that's right. You have a 6-year-old.
And on that note,
all right. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you after the game next week.